Hello, Ndito. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you're hearing, listening to this program from. Today is Sunday, the 2nd of December 2018. Um, 2018, yes. I just want to thank you for having patience to be with me here on this program. I know we're starting a little bit late. Yeah, well, Nigerian time, no verse. I beg. So, gentlemen, I say thank you so much for having patience to be with me. I would try to see how we can get someone all the way from Nigeria to join us. They always be the one delaying this program anyway. But thank you for still hanging out with me. And this is Ndito Akwa radio program, and then this program is broadcasting from UK, and so it's also broadcast live on Facebook and YouTube. So just in case you're joining me on Facebook, but you don't live in UK, and then which you know quite alright that there's no way you can get UK frequency, okay, whatever, if you are outside UK to listen to this program. Invite your friend, invite your family, invite any for you, okay, that get this program up started, because today is very important. We need to talk about what is going on in our state, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. We really need to talk about it because there's a lot of things going on there in Akwa Ibom State. And then today we are having a guest, and we're supposed to have two guests today. Like I said, we couldn't get the second guest on the program because of network issue, and then it's better we don't have than to have, and we can't even listen to what the guest is saying. Yes, and my name is Edna. I mean Senkere Edna, or I mean Kere Edna. My name is Senkere. Whatever you say, I mean Senkere. Okay, I mean Kere Edna, and there was CC present this program. This program today will be speaking all languages. In fact, the one that we know that our people, the Akwa, they will listen and they will hear, so that they will learn, so they will open their mind and then think before they do anything. We'll be speaking both English, broken English, if you know how to speak real English, because we have the prof in the house that will correct our English. Even when you speak the wrong English, he will correct us. Anyway, so thank you for joining me once again. And then, as you can see on the screen, we have our guest already, the prof, all the way from New York City in USA. And prof is not a new person on the program. He has been coming on the program, and I want to say a big thank you to him for joining me today, and I want to welcome prof on the program. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, sir.
Thank you, my sister. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you dressed up as a beautiful Akwa Ibom.
You're very welcome, sir. Thank you for honoring our invitation to come here and speak to us today. Like I said, today Igbo program will be mixing everything. All the languages we know we can speak. Today we'll be speaking it, will be everything, because we had one comedian last month. He came, he said he'd like to speak unspoken English. So if they say he spoke unspoken English, we'll speak it today on this program. Okay. Prof, you
Yes.
are from Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria. I am from Akwa Ibom State in Nigeria. We heard what is happening, what is going on in Akwa Ibom State. What do you have to say
I did.
about this?
Okay. Let me, for people who are not aware, I could just quickly run through it so that people understand what happened. And as I'm going to talk about it, I will actually not use my words. I'll use the words of new police commissioner in Akwa Ibom. The reason is so that there will be no doubt about what really happened. The new commissioner was posted to Akwa Ibom. Before he came to Akwa Ibom, there was peace. Nobody according to National Assembly. But the moment Musa Imo was sent to Akwa Ibom, violence started. Let me quote what Musa Kimo said, not me. I'm going to quote what he said about what happened, and then I'll give you my own opinion. This is what Musa Kimo said happened.
Okay.
He said, and I'll quote, consequent upon detention in and around the State House of Assembly complex, Akwa Ibom State Police Command on Monday took a proactive step by deploying personnel around the complex. The measure went a long way to prevent the assembly complex from being burnt and vandalized and ensured that no life was lost. That's what he said. So what really happened was that a group of people went to burn the State House of Assembly. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I did not say this. I quoted Musa Kimo. He himself said that he went there to prevent Musa Kimo burning and vandalizing the assembly. The same Musa Kimo went on to say that they had intelligence. I'll quote Musa Kimo the last time. The first to arrive at the assembly complex were 5 APC lawmakers at this time. The Commissioner of Police was in his office when he got a call inviting him to Government House to see the governor. So, Musa Kimo, the new Commissioner of Police, posted to Akwa Ibom just a few days before, is now saying that 5 APC members, 5 of them, arrived at the House of Assembly. That is what Musa Kimo said. In Nigerian papers, from Punch, the many papers are reported that these 5 men, led by Ndito, is the House of Assembly member, representing Ukana, governor's local government itself. Ndito is a long aide of Godswill Akpabio. So, Ndito is the one who arrived with the 5 men. They were burning tires. They tried to set fire to the House of Assembly. And the truth of the matter is there were 5 of them. And the job they wanted to do was to move in there and cause confusion. The reason they wanted to cause this confusion and set fire was so that Buhari can impose emergency rule on Akwa Ibom. And the reason for this emergency rule is to make sure that Buhari and his northern kinsmen come and impose a governor on Akwa Ibom. That is not that complicated. By the way, what I just said now, the governor of Akwa Ibom State, Ibom Emmanuel, himself accused Musa Kimo of collaborating with the northern government. Now, this is my disappointment with this whole thing. First of all, I commend Ibom Emmanuel. It did not matter to me. It could have been Ibom Emmanuel, it could have been Omana, it could have been any governor. But every governor in Akwa Ibom to defend Akwa Ibom. Musa Kimo, in fact, let me quote Ibom Emmanuel. Ibom Emmanuel said that it is a disgrace that Akwa Ibom that pays the salary of Musa Kimo. Musa Kimo, where he comes from, they don't contribute 1 penny to Nigeria. But Musa Kimo comes to a state that contributes 40% to the federal budget. Nigeria budgeted 8 trillion naira. Akwa Ibom alone contributed about 3 to 4 trillion. Where Musa Kimo comes from, nothing produced. His salary. I'm going to repeat what Ibom Emmanuel, the governor of Akwa Ibom, said. No salary is paid by Akwa Ibom people, but where it comes from, there's no money. If Akwa Ibom was not part of Nigeria, Musa Kimo would be wandering around in the desert. If you see me angry, it's because I don't want a single Akwa Ibom person to die. Musa Kimo cannot leave his state, come and kill people in Akwa Ibom. It is easy for us to sit around and say APC, PDP, APC. This is not about that. This is about 5 lawmakers led by Ndito, aide of Godswill Akpabio. Ndito is the aide of Godswill Akpabio. Ndito is the representative, Assembly House representing Ukana, who was sent there by Godswill. I dare Senator Godswill to challenge me on this. I am ready to go to any court in the world and face Senator Akpabio because, you know what? Let me tell you another thing Udom said. The governor of Akwa Ibom also said that Godswill Akpabio's children are overseas. He said that. I did not say that. You notice today I'm quoting people. He said that children are overseas. By the way, people know where his children are. So I'm warning Godswill Akpabio, if any of my relatives in Akwa Ibom die because his own children are not in Akwa Ibom people will not accept it. My relatives may not be rich enough to come and be in the US. Godswill Akpabio's family are in the United States. They are clearly in the United States. People are going to school here. So, can you imagine if Godswill Akpabio's children were going to school in New York Would Gospel Akpabio go and bring Vincent Twen to come and burn down the State House of Assembly and create chaos in Akwa Ibom State? I think that's very important. To me, the children thing is more important. Because you know what? We are all fathers. I'm a father too. We love our children. I don't want anything to happen to my children. But you know what though? I don't want anything to happen to your children too. I don't want any bad thing to happen to Gospel Akpabio's students. But Gospel Akpabio cannot carry all his children and come and put here in Florida and he's down there in Akwa Ibom trying to kill other people's children. That one is unaccepted. I am ready to go to anywhere in the world and challenge him on this. There was peace in Akwa Ibom until Gospel Akpabio paid Musa Kimo to come and cause confusion. Musa Kimo should go back to his state. The governor of Akwa Ibom, Udom Emmanuel, has already asked for the recall of Musa Kimo. He has asked that Musa Kimo be fired, Edna, by Nigerian Constitution. By Nigerian Constitution, the governor of Akwa Ibom is the chief security officer. I challenge anybody listening to me, please, to go and read the Constitution. The chief security officer of Akwa Ibom State is Udom. Musa Kimo, the police commissioner, is actually supposed to work under Udom, our Constitution. But do you know what Musa Kimo said yesterday in Daily Post? Musa Kimo said, and I'll quote Musa Kimo, the Akwa Ibom governor is telling blatant lies and should stop. Edna, can you imagine you saying that to your boss? Could you say, I have a boss? I cannot say that to the president of my university. If I feel that the president is so bad, I will resign. But I cannot go and tell him in the face it's an insult. It's an insubordination. But you know, in Nigeria, if you are from the north, you can come to a peaceful place like Akwa Ibom and tell a governor who is your boss. His boss is the governor. And tell him that, telling blatant lies. And Buhari is sitting down there and keeping quiet. Would you go to Katsina, where Buhari, thousands died when Buhari lost election in 2011? Can you go to Katsina and tell the governor of Katsina that, excuse me, they're telling blatant lies? If they're police, he's a police commissioner. Nobody elected him. I've never heard of Musa Kimo in my life until he came to Akwa Ibom this way. But let me warn Gospel Akpabio, because we know that is the one that sent Musa Kimo. If anything happens to anybody's child, he will be held accountable. I am going to report this incident already to the International Court of Justice. If Gospel Akpabio thinks to enter a plane and arrive in America and go and visit the student in Florida, better make sure all my relatives are safe in Akwa Ibom. If they are safe, Gospel Akpabio can go to anywhere he likes and come to Florida and enjoy with his children and wife. He has a right. But what he cannot do, carry a man like Vincent Twen to threaten people's life in Akwa Ibom. So that is the long and short of what happened. Look, what do you think? This is 5 people. He went there, he claimed he's the news speaker. There are videos there. I don't know Edna where he saw it. The man walked into the House of Assembly. This commissioner of police is claiming that he went to cause peace. The same commissioner allowed him to enter. Musa Kimo arranged, collected money from Gospel Akpabio, allowed him to only 4 people to walk in the State House of Assembly, carry the mace of the speaker, and claim that he was speaker. I am not making this up. This is in video circulated in the internet of Vincent Twen, Gospel State, entering Akwa Ibom House Assembly carrying a mace. The real reason, I repeat, so basically, they desperately want Akwa Ibom State. The derivation we are taking, we want it. That's why you have.
I didn't even wait. I mean, I don't know how today is gonna be. We have a caller already on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello. It's Akwa Ibom.
Okay.
Good evening to you people and good afternoon from my end. My name is Andy Roland. I'm calling from the United States of America.
All right.
Yeah, I want to contribute or probably share my my own part of grievances with what is going on in my state.
Okay.
With Professor Akwa and the people of Akwa Ibom State listening to this program now. Okay. Professor Mekomo, good afternoon, please. So, for the benefit of other people, I would like to probably use English in this.
Yes, please.
Professor, Professor, I've listened to you and I follow note a couple of things that is going on with going on in Akwa Ibom State. First of all, I would want to say this. Udom is a Christian, and in fact, today Emmanuel, our governor, is a Christian, and not only that, he's an elder in the church. So I'm very sure he's very conversant with what governance is all about in terms of what you should do when you are at the end of affairs. The people of APC, they want to take Akwa Ibom by all means, but that is not about even APC or whatever. It's about the manner that they are trying to cause problem in order to intimidate Udom. If the kingdom of God suffered violence, and violence was taken by and the kingdom is taken by force, I do not want Udom to come and cry to us because he has everything in his disposal. Udom can go pay. There are people who are ready, there are missionaries who are ready to fight. Since the police have now become political, they are with APC. Then you just have to find a means as a governor to be able to defend the people of the state. If you need to pay missionaries, you pay missionaries. We don't care. But we want peace and we want our children to be safe. Do you understand? If Boko Haram is very hard for the army to fight them, then there should be people that is very hard for the police of Akwa Ibom State to fight. We cannot be intimidated by anybody. This is what I want. My message to them. I do not come here to come and do politics or say Udom. I'm not interested. But what I want to know is that Udom is a governor and he has the right to use all means to defend the peace of that state. I don't care. It cannot be too much. The commissioner cannot become a law to the people of Akwa Ibom State. This is my stake in Akwa Ibom State, and that's what I stand. Udom should not just sit down there and speak grammar. He should act. And whichever way he wants to act is within the law. You understand? This is my case. When Akpabio was the governor, nobody would have done what he did. A lot of people in my own community, people were killed. And nobody accounted for that. Nobody held him to ransom. So if you don't want to sit down there and say he's an elder in the church, let him go to church. Let him not be governor. But if he's going to be the governor, then he should show us that he's a governor. He needs to be sent peace. They should call people and they should shoot, and whatever is going to happen in this place should happen. We don't care. Please, this is my check. This is what I have to say, Edna. Prof, this is what I'm saying. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andy Roland. Wow, Prof.
Thank you. Yes. So you see that Akwa Ibom might speak with such a passion. It's a passion that all 6 million Akwa Ibomites need. This is the passion that made your people rise up and drive away northern soldiers from their region. We need the same passion. Akwa Ibom people need to know 6 million. We are 6 million. No, they cannot. Nigerian police force is not up to 6 million. That commissioner, he should not be allowed to attend any event in Akwa Ibom. People should surround his vehicles, tell him to go back. His name is Musa Kimo. He's not from Akwa Ibom State. Cannot be allowed. When you see people angry, our anger is not me. Right now, I'm very safe. I'm fine. My life is good. I don't need this. I left Nigeria as an exile as a kid when Obasanjo tried to arrest me. That time is past. Right now, I'm comfortable. But you know what, though? One thing I cannot stomach is to sit here comfortably in New York when Godswill Akpabio is using the machinery of the federal government by northerners who refused to investigate him, who tried to arrest him, and he suddenly gave them money so that he will now split parties. Now goes now, collects incentives, and comes to attack Akwa Ibom. That is, we will not accept that. We will not accept that. But let me say something about what Andy Roland talked about, though. That when Godswill was there, he would not allow this. Let us remember that when Godswill was governor, PDP was in government. He controlled the police force. Unfortunately for Udom today, APC is in government. APC control the security force. Andy Roland should know this. We have 5 security agencies in Nigeria, 5. All of them are Hausa Fulani. When the whole meeting, they speak Hausa Fulani. But you know the sad thing, our money is used to finance them. When we will be outraged in Akwa Ibom, you need to understand, rights are fought by rising up. You don't even have to use gun. Martin Luther King way. civil disobedience. We need to throw egg at that commissioner. We need to stop him. We are going to use civil obedience that Mahatma Gandhi used in India. We can block our state. We can demand justice. We can demand following Nigerian constitution. By Nigerian constitution, the chief security officer is the governor. So if Buhari is going to send the Musa from somewhere in the north to come to Akwa Ibom and be lecturing our governor, who is he? The governor of Akwa Ibom State is a well-accomplished economist. He's a well-accomplished financier who has had master's degree from elite schools in America. Who is Musa Kimo? A policeman who collects bribe to come to Akwa Ibom and tell our Udom. Imagine him telling the governor, say to the governor, we're talking blatant lies. Where else can this be accepted? In Nigeria. I would like to hear, I would like Nsima Ekere to come and tell me, Nsima Ekere live in Port Harcourt. Nsima Ekere, have you observed that in Port Harcourt, Wike stopped them? River people entered the street and drove away Buhari. That's how come they could not steal that senatorial election. But let me tell Nsima Ekere, in case you don't know, we in Akwa Ibom are ready. You've heard Andy Roland, you'll be surprised how many people are angry. But I want to tell Akwa Ibom, rise. Rise. That police commissioner is carrying only gun. He cannot do anything. If he touches a single Akwa Ibomite in that country, Consul Akpabio will not receive visa to America again. Nsima Ekere will not be able to go to his house in Houston again. We are ready. We know where they live. We know everything about them. Look, if you notice, Edna, I've never been angry before. Before I'll talk in general terms, I won't even mention people's names because I had always felt a problem from Northern elite who have stolen our oil blocks, stolen everything. But if an Akwa Ibomite is going to aid, I as a student leader, during Ali Must Go, I saw in the gate of Unilag, where they killed Akintunde Ojo, the first student leader killed during Ali Must Go. I remember tears came down my eyes. I swore to myself, I will never allow people's children to be killed. Now I have an opportunity to stop. This man cannot come to America again. No. I'm going to petition the State Department. I'm going to petition England. The United Kingdom. Theresa May, look, tell Theresa May not to allow that character. Consul Akpabio is using thuggishment and coming to smile in the West. That is not going to happen. Let him remain in Ukana. If he's going to leave Nigeria, better make sure the correct war citizen. You better make sure there's no blood in his hands. I know in Nigeria he can get away with blood and not get away with it others. All we're asking is peace. We're asking Akwa Ibom people to demonstrate peacefully. We're asking young people to reject Musa Kimo. Reject Musa Kimo. Musa Kimo is from the north. Reject him. Let him go back to his town. What is he doing in Uyo? We feed them. Recently, Buhari said right now they've raised Musa Kimo's salary to almost 700,000 naira. How many people in Akwa Ibom earn 7,000? Buhari says, oh, I'm taking care of the police force. Commissioner will now earn 1.5 million naira. Does Buhari have more, $1 million naira in Katsina? That money, that money is from these people that they've come to kill in Akwa Ibom. We will not allow. We ask our people to rise. There's so many different ways that you can rise and confront this. So what people like Andy Roland are saying is, Consul Akpabio, Musa Kimo, stop killing our children.
Okay. Prof, if I might say, I think I remember before this commissioner came, there was a commissioner before, I can't remember his name. He was removed before they brought this one. And I think they said the previous one before the present one now, it was the opposition party that said they didn't want him, that it was always on the side of the government, and he was removed. And then they brought this one back, or they brought this new one. And then now, the first one, they complain, the second one, they complain. So, in this situation, like you said, Akwa Ibom people should not accept that. So, what are we going to say, okay, bring this person? Because as it is, we cannot tell, maybe Buhari or maybe IG, who Akwa Ibom need to come and be a commissioner of police in Akwa Ibom State. This is, I think, police business is a federal business. It's not about the state. I think it's only whoever they send to your state, you just have to work with the person. Yeah, because I have something I want to read to you here. I think I had this information from a very reliable source. It said how I want to just cut. It's a long one. I just want to cut for what like you said, number 1 to whatever. I want to start from number 4. He said, however, on Tuesday, the 27th of November, 2018, based on intelligence report of an impending further crisis, the command in order to the forceful breakdown of law and order. He said, deploy personnel 500 meters away from the assembly and screen all those waiting to enter the assembly complex. Now, you say they bring people in, so somebody called Itwen or Ntwen to come and destroy the House of Assembly. But this person sent to me, this is, in fact, this report comes from the police PRO, you know. Yes. He sent this to me and he said, no, that's not what happened. What the police commissioner did was to deploy some policemen, whatever, just to come and protect the House of Assembly so that bad people would not, bad boys or whatever, or thugs they call them, will not go there and destroy things. So now it is the both side story now. The people say commissioner side them, but they said commissioner protects the House of Assembly from not being broken into or damaged or so. So how do you think about this story? I mean, how does that sound?
It does not sound. It does not sound believable. What you just said, yes, I actually have the quote here. That particular quote that you just gave to me is from a man named the DSP, the Public Relations Officer in Akwa Ibom, Deputy Secretary. His name is Ndito McDon. His name is Ndito McDon. And he made this quote, but the problem is that the commissioner himself, this is the commissioner, Musa Kimo, who said the first to arrive the assembly complex were 5 APC lawmakers. As at this time, the commissioner was in his office when he got a call inviting him to the government house. He quickly left his office to see the governor, but on arrival, he was informed that the governor had left for the assembly complex.
Yes.
Why do you think the governor went to the assembly complex? Because Musa Kimo refused to guard the place. If Musa Kimo and that PRO is as good as they are, how didn't St. enter the house, the assembly? What were they? They claim they have protected the assembly. But St. entered the House of Assembly. And now, if you don't have that video, I could send it to you after. It is Barra. St. walked in there with 4 miserable sellouts of Akwa Ibom. They walked into the House of Assembly, protected by the police. By the way, let me tell you another allegation the governor made.
But came there with. Let me stop you there. When you said the Ntwen walk in the Ntwen, is it one of the House member?
Ntwen is House Assembly member representing Ukana.
Yeah, but
the governor.
Now, I think being a House member, are you saying that he doesn't have the right to go to the House of Assembly? Because that's
of course he has the right to go there. The problem was not House of Assembly. The problem is Ntwen arrived there with hundreds of people with AK-47. They started burning tires. They wanted to set fire to the assembly. Ntwen arrived with those people. As a matter of fact, the commissioner himself said that 5 APC lawmakers arrived. That's when they started the fire. They started shooting. They came with it. The governor of Akwa Ibom said that they had AK-47s, hundreds of AK-47. Musa Kimo refused to disarm them. On the governor's insistence, they disarmed them of those guns. When they took the guns from them, Musa Kimo then returned all the guns to them. This is what the governor of Akwa Ibom said, that the AK-47s were returned to them. By the way, Edna, you said they have a right to enter the House of Assembly. They have a right, but let me tell you what they don't have a right to. Ntwen not only entered the House of Assembly, sat down in the speaker's chair. I don't know whether you've seen that video. And declared himself the new speaker with 4 people. He declared himself new speaker with 4 people. That is treason. So have you wondered, Edna, why hasn't Musa Kimo arrested Ntwen? Why? That's the question the whole world is asking. Why wasn't Ntwen arrested?
Is it against the law that another House member to sit on the speaker's seat?
No, he declared himself the speaker. It's like me coming to Akwa Ibom and saying I'm the governor. That's treason. He declared himself speaker. The 4 of them said they have voted to make him speaker. It's on the video. They voted. In fact, Ntwen after that addressed a conference where he said he's now the new speaker. That is treason. That's illegal. You cannot, for example, you cannot as a commissioner, declare yourself to be the governor and go and sit down on the governor's chair on the when they're having an executive council meeting. If you do that, you'll be arrested. It's against the law. It is treason. You cannot make that claim. For you to be speaker, you have to be legally elected by majority of the State House Assembly. But these 4 people went in and did that. Ndito was not arrested. When we screamed that Ndito needed to be arrested, you know what Ndito did? He ran to a hospital. Are you aware that the man ran to hospital and went and sat down and said he's sick? Suddenly, Ndito, with his thuggish behavior, he's suddenly sick. He ran to a hospital. So it's not that complicated. All the commissioner needed to do was to arrest everybody that day. Why did you return the AK-47 to these people? The governor said he returned the AK-47 to Ndito thugs that Ndito brought. The governor also said Ndito went in there, declared himself speaker. That's illegal. Don't you get what I'm saying? He has no right. You can't go and sit down the speaker chair with the mace. The mace is the sign of power. The mace is the sign of power in the State House Assembly. Ndito grab the mace with the 4 miserable lawmakers. And the argument is going to be that they have a right to enter the house. I mean, you can enter anywhere you want, but you don't have a right to declare that you are what you are not in a house that is constitutionally constituted. That's the problem. So my question to Musa Kimko and that PRO is, why is Ndito not in jail? Why is the 4 of them not arrested? Let them go to court and explain why they carry out a treasonable activity. Treasonable activity is if you grab power by force. They grabbed the mail. They went into the house, claimed he was speaker. In fact, to address a press conference as the new speaker. And Gospel supported it. Gospel himself should be arrested too. Because he's the one that sent Ndito. He cannot hide away from that. He can hide away from people who are afraid of him in Akwa Ibom. They are not afraid of him. They are afraid of nobody. They are not, as you said, as Andy said, we are a Christian people. Only God has the power of life and death. Only God has the power of who is the leader. If God enough of look, the leader, speaker of that house is only God, and the people in that house who can remove him. Ndito cannot bring 4 people to come and remove it. That is illegal. You should be arrested. You should be prosecuted. That has not happened. That's our anger. Look, if Ndito was arrested and prosecuted, we would have allowed the court to do his job. Why is Ndito still working? Why is he hiding in a hospital? Hiding in a hospital like a wimp. Suddenly he has cancer. Really? Suddenly he's hiding in the hospital. I saw pictures of him on the internet, very sick. Suddenly Ndito, who went and declared himself speaker, is now a sick man. So the rest of us are fools. That's the problem we have with Commissioner Kimo. Musa Kimo. Musa, why don't you arrest Ndito? Why don't you find out why Gospel paid them? Gospel should also be brought to the question about this activity. Because if it's not, it will become worse. A lot of people died in rivers. We want to avoid death. When Magnus Abe fought with Amechi and they fought with Wiki, a lot of people died. Buhari is very, very freakish in these things. He will set the 2 sides against each other, he will kill each other. People's children died. I don't want a single child to die in Akwa Ibom. And I promise God will Fabio. I promise him. People have accused him of a lot of things. But I promise him, the single child dies in Akwa Ibom. 1 child, you will account for it. How much I promise. Okay, I will follow him. No child must die in Akwa Ibom State. None.
Okay, Prof. Let me ask you a question. The issue that brought all these crises in Akwa Ibom State, because they say that the speaker, Onofio Luke, declared about 5 House member seats vacant. And some people say one of the House member, is it the one representing Itu or something? And then he took the speaker and 2 other people to the court, and the court ruled that they don't have no right to leave the party who sponsor them. So, in the light of that, and then they order Onofio Luke, which is the speaker, to declare their seat vacant. And that's what brought this issue. So we don't really know which one is the truth, whether the House member went to the court and then there was a court judgment on that issue, or Onofio Luke just went ahead and declared their seat vacant without no court order.
No, the court order is public. There was a court order that they should vacate this, that the speaker should have them vacate those seats because they have changed party. There was a court order. They went to court and the court made this order. So if Nsentwen and Gospel Akpabio don't like it, they should go to the Supreme Court or other courts. But what they did then was to come and attack the House of Assembly because they're angry that the court order was followed. Just like you said, they initiated this case. They initiated the case. The judge refused to take bribe from Gospel Akpabio. So the judge ruled as a human being that, look, Nigerian Constitution requires you to vacate that seat. And these people decided to respond violently. So what you said is true. It is a public record. In all the papers in Nigeria, judge that ruled it, because I had the record, I don't have his name here, there was a ruling made. And Onofioglou, who is not really, personally, I feel that Onofioglou is a soft person. He's not the type of person I really like myself. But Onofio, I don't have to like him. Onofioglou did the correct thing, did the right thing. He only did his job. So in this case, Onofioglou has done a job. In fact, to me, this is the first time Onofioglou has done any good thing. He followed the court ruling. He was a peaceful man who followed court rulings. And for
the first time, but in the past, he has not been following court ruling.
He has generally been a speaker who, to me, has been very soft, and I don't like, as I said, not as a person. Remember, I have no problem with him as an individual. I know Onofioglou personally. He's a good person. But me, I'm talking about public policy here. There's a public policy. I don't like his policies. I don't like everything he has done, but I like what he has done now. That he has stood up for Akwa Ibom State. Stood up for Akwa Ibom State. If tomorrow, you see my carry, stand up for Akwa Ibom State, I will be happy too. But please, stand up for your state. Don't allow these people to come and take up our state. Can you imagine when they take up Akwa Ibom? Because they want to cause problems. The governor said that they want to make sure that Akwa Ibom election is not held with the rest of the election. So because if it's held separately, they'll do what they did in Osun State. They'll send 50,000 troops and overwhelm Akwa Ibom. But I'm warning them. We are watching them very carefully. We are documenting every single thing that is going on. Unless they will never leave Nigeria again, unless they will never leave the house again, we are going to follow them to the end of the earth. Let them follow court rulings, let them follow the law, let them stop illegal activities, and let them stop killing.
Last week, there were numerous number, a lot of women wearing black, they marched to House of Assembly to protest about this issue. So in this, like you said, the governor was saying that police is not guiding them. They don't have any confidence in Nigerian police, or the present commissioner of police commissioner in Akwa Ibom State. Then, like you said, most of these people, most of these politicians, most of people sponsoring them, they all have their children in abroad. But when you talk about the youth, in that Akwa Ibom, we the youth that live in Akwa Ibom, we sold our conscience before, and we are even planning to sell more. In fact, even in future. Then, in this case, he said they took talks to House of Assembly. It wasn't the House member that went there to go and fight. It was talks. It was the common people of Akwa Ibom that went there to go and fight. Because I saw the video as well. They were destroying things, threatening everybody, pushing car. I think I only saw one car. One car was burned.
Yes.
So now, they said, God help those who help themselves. Our boys, our girls have been really, really brainwashed for everything. I don't support any parties. You know? You see people saying, Udemandwa Sisi, I get the office, he has not done anything, there is no industry, all the things he promised them, he couldn't do nothing, there's things that's not working fine for them. There's no money again, they don't see money they used to see money. That he bought about 6 or 7 SUV to village head. The money is supposed to use it to do something in Akwa Ibom. He's spending it in a way that senselessly. You will see other people saying that, oh, the area Or okay, let me start with this one first before we go to the opposition governments, their own the candidate, whatever they say they are coming in, you know. Now some people are not happy with the government, the way this present His Excellency is ruling Akwa Ibom, that things are not moving fine. They are not happy. So do you think that might be the reason why some youths are being not happy or going out to try to take law into their hands, try to see how they can disrupt this government, the present government?
Yes, well, I have heard your question. If the issue is that they don't like the policies of the government, that the government has not gotten jobs and has not done all of this, what we are saying is that there is a peaceful way to do this. What we need to remember is that we have ways. There are ways. I mean, you could vote out the governor if you don't like it. You could vote in a new governor if you want. But what you cannot do, though, is to try to rig the elections by perpetuating violence. I understand your point. Look, I'm not a member of any of these parties. As I said to me, it does not really matter. All I'm very, very interested in is the sanctity of the ballot in Akwa Ibom. Is that let people at least have a chance to go and vote. The government has its own point. Look, let the two sides talk about what they have done and what they have not done. Just like you said, the youth are unhappy with government policy. But I also have youth who call me that Nsima Ekere has embezzled 300 billion naira from NDDC, which is also Akwa Ibom money too. So of course, there are things against Nsima Ekere. And Nsima Ekere has awarded most of Akwa Ibom, the roads, all of the contracts to build things in Akwa Ibom. He has handed over to the north. They have 90% of it goes to Abakiari, who are chief of staff. Our contractors buy their contracts from the north. Show me a contractor who has been able to get any serious contract. Almost all the contractors have to go and buy their contractors from northerners and Nsima Ekere has awarded to. But you know what though? That's not the reason to cause violence. They have things against Udom. They have things against Nsima Ekere. Just like you said, they said, okay, Udom has not used the resources to create jobs in Akwa Ibom. And other youth say, well, Nsima Ekere has taken more than 300 billion naira of Akwa Ibom money and given it to his friends, the northerners. He uses it to ride around in private jets. People are you'll be surprised how many people contact me with documents of allegations against Ekere. But people also contact me too with allegations against the governor. My question is, I don't see them going to attack the House of Assembly. I don't see them carrying people to burn houses. I don't see them going there and grabbing the maize. There were people said, well, PDP does it too. That's nonsense. Udom Emmanuel, for all I know him, has never organized people to go and burn the House of Assembly. Organized people to go and physically take over the Speaker of the House. The last time the Speaker of the House was removed was during Gospel Akpabio's time. The last time the soldiers surrounded the State House of Assembly was when Gospel Akpabio wanted to remove Nsima Ekere as deputy governor. I am not aware of a single time that Udom has organized violence to kill Akwa Ibom people. I'm not aware of it. But I'm aware, as you said, that they have issues with governance. That's fine. But they have issues with Nsima Ekere too. So both of them have to come and debate and let us agree on who should run our state in 2019. What we don't want though is for the North to come and select Nsima Ekere. Because the North are financing and sponsoring Nsima Ekere, we know that. They allow God's will with the money EFCC did not collect from him to use it to come and destroy Akwa Ibom. That is a separate matter. That has nothing to do with employment. That has nothing to do with roads built. These are two separate issues. What we are trying to do today is to find out why is Nsima Ekere keeping quiet that they burn down Akwa Ibom. Think about this. How do you think Boko Haram started? It was people in Borno State, people in that particular state who were the governor then, Modu Sharif, was financing people like Gospel is doing. When this violence starts, employment will not be the answer. When this violence starts, this violence will not end. Our people will be radicalized. Our people will carry out guerrilla war. Because if police are partisan, what you've done is you've made people to be radicalized without realizing it. That's why people like me are trying to stop it. We are saying if you have policy debate, settle it. Don't bring Musa Kimo from the north to come and set fire to the state. What has Musa Kimo got to do with employment in Akwa Ibom? Why don't they go and confront people over employment? And people like me, I will not say don't do it. But you cannot bring Musa Kimo to come and burn the Akwa Ibom state. Musa Kimo from the north. Are we going to burn down the north? Don't they have more unemployment in the north? This is my argument. And I'm not saying that people should not challenge any sitting governor, including the present one, on lack of jobs. But people should remember too.
I think we have a caller on the line. Hello, caller? Hello? The person was calling from Facebook. Anyway. Sorry, bro.
Yes.
Okay, Prof. I mean, I heard you talk about Zima Kerry, his own time or his time as an NDDC managing director, but we don't know whether he's still the same. He still occupied the same position at this moment.
He was that
has retired or he has resigned. Somebody keep calling from Facebook and then he's coming in here. Let's see what we can see for here. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
All right, okay. Welcome to Ndito radio program. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Ambassador Sonny Ibom. I'm an ambassador for peace. I'm calling from Oyo, Akwa Ibom State.
All right, okay. Do you want to contribute or you have a question for Prof?
Yeah, I want to contribute to what Professor Afion is saying.
Okay.
You see, we are on ground. We live in Akwa Ibom. We grew up in Akwa Ibom. And we are in the center of all these fracas in the state. Now, the problem of this state is caused by people who have the insatiable desire and urge and intentions of ruling this state, deciding all the things that they want to decide in the state. They just form a cabal for them to just mislead the state to their own benefit. I want to say that, but in the past 8 years, during the administration of Dr. Godswill, this state has experienced too much violence, kidnapping, ranging from kidnapping to robbery to assassinations of political opponents and intimidation of several other people. Sometimes in those years, there was a time people went into a church and shot everybody dead in that church. Now, Udon came in. Any responsible and sincere Akwa Ibom man can tell us that since Udon came in, for 3 years or 4 years now, we have not experienced or even heard of one kidnapping or robbery or killing, political motivated killing or whatsoever. Now, whatever we want in this state is based on peace. If we don't have peace in this state, we cannot prosper. I don't care what Nzima Kere is, right now they don't even have any political or economic policies that they are promising us to come and bring. They are just fighting the present government. They don't have anything to offer. Now, Udon came in those years. They used to call a number of boys and give money They will just dash you 1 million, 2 million. And exactly what Nsemaikere is doing now. He's calling people, a group of people that he will dash them 2 million. That 2 million, 10 million that you are dashing them, how does it concern me? How does it concern the other person on the street? But this government has a direction. The man is trying as much as possible to see how he can industrialize the state. Bring industries where a lot of people, hundreds and thousands of people can work and earn salaries every month. If you have a boy or that is working somewhere and is earning 50,000 to 100,000 a month, he can never go with you and run away with the ballot box. So these people, they want way from people to rise up. Let us do this thing peacefully. Let us shun violence. Let us shun all these people that are preaching Warsaw. There was a time I said on air that the person that invented Warsaw, the person that caused Warsaw, his grave is nowhere to be found now. So in Akwa Ibom State, we need peace. We want peace in Akwa Ibom State. We don't want a change of government that will bring back the days of violence, the days of killings in this state. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador of Peace. Prof, I think that's one of the Akwa Ibom youth, Akwa Ibom State. So all the way from you.
Yes.
As you, it's like,
yes,
I believe that voice I heard, it was voice of Canadian, I don't voice of Parawa. He mentioned something about Warsaw, because I want to just quickly talk about that. No, I was talking about the present government. Now I want to talk about the opposition, which is the Ibom Semaikere that is coming up. Yes. Now, because personally, I didn't understand what was that for. I saw a video that they're giving him an award with a knife, guns, and then giving an award. And then there was somebody who, before they handed over the award to Semaikere, the person said that they want to give an award so that whoever want to stop him from being a government is to use that the tools. To use that tools and do what they need to do and clear way. So I didn't even know what to say. And talk about Warsaw. Who are they going to kill? Because for me, I can't see them taking a gun and go to Emmanuel and kill Emmanuel. I can't see Emmanuel people taking a gun and go to Ibom Semaikere to go and kill them. It's going to be our youth that is going to kill. And it's going to be our youth that are still going to send to go and do this job. You see these people, politicians going up and down. You see a lot of police with arms following them all about. But our people, our youth, there is absolutely nothing, no protection. So as a prof who stays outside, because I was thinking be able to bring somebody from the opposition party or two people here so that they can tell the people and tell the whole world what is going on there or what they think. But due to internet connection, we couldn't bring the second person. And thank God you are here. So now you have sat down there and listened what Akwa Ibom person, Akwa Ibom mind, somebody who lives in Akwa Ibom, he said he lives in the center of all this thing that is happening, voicing out his own pain in his heart. What do you think?
Okay, so thank you very much. Let me first of all commend the ambassador of peace, Akwa. I think it's Akwa is his name, if I'm not mistaken.
Ambassador of peace.
Yes. He's an ambassador of peace, and he's talk about peace. People underestimate peace. Without peace, there is no development. Without peace, there's no employment. So we can cry, there's no industry, but if you don't have peace, how can you even begin to rule the states? We need peace. People underestimate it. There have been people who have said to me, well, These people are using gun. Why don't you respond with gun? I'm like, the gun has never won anything. Look, I'll just say something first before I go on and address the Warsaw war and Warsaw. Because it's very important we address that matter as you brought it up. Akwa Ibom youth, because the thing in political struggle is that the struggle is everywhere. When the Yorubas were fighting to bring back Abiola, it was international, it was local. Both of us, the ambassador who is suffering under there, needs to join with me. Me who is living outside, I need to join with the ambassador. What I'm going to say to them is this: let them contact me. The way we are trying to help our own people fight this thing. We have ways. We have our own power. I mean, God who comes here, he does not know that I see him here in Florida. He does not know. But I can tell you this: we have ways we fight this. Let them contact us. Our organization, Ibom People Republic Organization, we have a website, ibom.com, where we engage people on this thing. We have a number, which is 911 914 260 934 plus 1 914 260 9364. That's not my personal phone, it's the phone of our organization, and we only take text. If you text us, we then we don't need to call, just only text us. So Ibom People Republic Organization, we have for this. For example, when let me tell you how the Warsaw thing came. Gospel Akpabio went to his in-laws in Enugu to attend an event. Please, when I talk, I speak with facts only. I have told people, challenge me. Nobody has been able to challenge my facts, but I don't talk anyhow. Gospel Akpabio went to Enugu, his in-laws place. When he got there, they received him. And Gospel Akpabio boasted during that event. Carried Guardian. In that event, he said, "Oh, I am a good in-law to you. How many commissioners have I produced? How many special advisors have I produced? How many contracts have I brought?" They talk about carbon contract going to Enugu. He was boasting. It was then they asked Gospel in that same press conference. I have it on record. They asked him, "But you are having an issue in Akwa Ibom State now because of the fact that you have left the new governor. You are going to have less power. APC is not going to be able to win anymore in Akwa Ibom." It was then Gospel laughed and said, "They are going to see war." He said, "We are going to do to them what Hitler did to the Germans." He said, "We are going to conquer Akwa Ibom." Do you remember? Warsaw saw war and Warsaw. We did the video to respond to Gospel Akpabio. If you go to YouTube, you click Ofio Akwa, break it up. You're going to see the video which we did on this. Our video is very, very widely seen. You've seen it in the villa, you've seen it all over the country, you've seen it all over the world. I have been invited, based on that video, to many conferences. Based on our video, please check up YouTube. When you go there, you're going to see my response to Gospel. But let me put it in one sentence or a short listing for you. Hitler, in 1939, decided to occupy Poland and conquer Poland. Warsaw is the capital of Poland. Hitler went into Poland. Minister of Propaganda, Goebbels, said they're going to go and kill everybody in Poland. They went there, they killed a lot of people. They took over Poland. But years Hitler committed suicide with his mistress, Eva Braun. Goebbels committed suicide. All the people with them committed suicide. Gospel is the Hitler of Akwa Ibom. I'm not saying he should commit suicide, though, but what Hitler does not know, and what Gospel does not know, is that Hitler killed 3 million Poles. 3 million. That's how many people he killed. I don't know how many people Gospel planned to kill in Akwa Ibom. But Gospel is a lawyer. He's not stupid. He has studied history. He must know that war sought to see war in Uyo. The war will come to Uyo. War will come to Uyo. People have already accused him of bringing war for 8 years. You want to bring more war to Uyo? I am very sorry about that statement. In his lack of historical perspective, his lack of understanding, as also Fabio, his lack of sympathy for Ibom people because all his family are in Florida. I'm sure it's going to move them around. No matter where he moves them to, we will know. But you cannot cause war. But nobody going to the school where children are attending in Florida to cause Warsaw there. So why should we have Warsaw in the Ibom state? Why should we? The ambassador just, I don't care, without peace, we need total peace. We need the country to leave us alone. We need a new police commissioner to come there and not receive money from any governor. The man, Musa Kimbo, has already received hundreds of naira from Governor of Abia. I challenge Musa Kimbo. Musa Kimbo come for training overseas. I challenge him to tell me that he has not received that money. But why is he insulting the governor? Insulting the governor. The governor is not his name. The governor of the whole you leave your Musa state. If Musa leave his own state enough, come to Ibom and tell the governor that the governor, according to Musa, that the governor telling lies. Meanwhile, the governor is supposed to be your boss. So this is the issue we need in our state. But we are going to enforce that thing. We are going to organize our youth the way the girls organize their youth. We are going to organize our youth the way the Yorubas organize their youth. This is how it started. It started by people working together. It started by Boleso in car and coming away to London and organizing against Abacha, who was having an election just like this. It started by your people. One of my classmates, Ibazaiki, became the first secretary of government to alarms. You can fight this fight. So, our people think it's hopeless, that there's nothing we can do is not true. Contact us. We're going to show you ways to confront. But normally, you have bitterness and anger first before the plan comes out. You have the plan. Come back to your program next time, and I will reveal to you the comprehensive plan that we have. But one thing is clear. One thing is clear. They are not going to get away with this. And I repeat, the ambassador said, for 8 years we had all this, and then suddenly we're about to hand over the state to you. I mean, Sina Akere was given a sword and a knife. What was Sina Akere thinking about? Sina Akere's family is in Texas. I mean, is he really serious? Does he have a humanity in him? As a human being, why would you want other people's children to suffer from violence? Why would you want to come and grab Akwa Ibom by force with the help of northern soldiers and northern security forces? This is my question. And this is what we are not going to take. As I said, we have our own plans, we have our own details. I kind of want it written down. Later on, I'll ask people to go to ibomtent.com. By next week, we are going to publish details about how we hope to confront it. We are going to circulate this documentation. None of these people, better come overseas anymore. They better stay there in Nigeria, which they will not be able. But they need US. They are crying now that Buhari, that they are giving visa to Atiku Abubakar. They need the US. So just because Nigeria and we are outside does not mean that we are powerless. We are not powerless. We have powerful people. You'll be surprised how many Akwa Ibom powerful people. It's just that we have not been able to bring them together. We are bringing them together. And we are calling names. We are not going to sit around before. I say, oh, Akwa Ibom elite, I don't know. We call names. We call him out and tell him your children are in uniform. If it's Gospel Akpabio, we'll call him out and tell him that your children are in Florida. We know where these people's children are. All we're asking is that we want their children to have a good life. Therefore, we can afford poor children in Akwa Ibom. We don't need Warsaw. You know? Just like Gospel Akpabio does not need Warsaw to go to the school system where students is attending in Florida. How about if I take Warsaw there? I can confront that school system. I can travel to Florida. I can carry placard in that school and confront gospel students. Yes, you don't know. So, if you think you can fight, I can use law to fight him back. So my thing to gospel is this: back off. Follow the law. Follow the law. Do not use violence against the Bible.
Because what I don't really understand is that, for what people say, Udo Emmanuel was placed on that office by Godswin Akpabio, you know, and it's the same Abonsi, who was his deputy, that he removed. He's the one he's saying that, oh, you're the best now. I remember what happened with Udo as well. You know, I came across 2 or 3 videos like that when Udo was, you know, in form of like confession, what was happening in Akwa Ibom State, how people were kidnapped, and everything. Which, as we go on, and this discussion about Akwa Ibom State, I will play one of those videos, one after the other, you know, so that people will see what is happening. Because at the end of the day, it is all about Ndito Akwa Ibom. It is all about the youth. It's all about the children. It's all about the elderly women, the real people. Now, people as were saying that, I'm sorry, I have, and I've seen, and I've watched so many school children are sitting on the floor. Yeah, and then I have seen once NMDC had donated plastic chairs to a school. I've also heard that they said when they want to do something in the Akwa Ibom State government, you see Yakaya Moinampo, Kedi State.
Yes.
So in this situation, it's like this one is saying, this is what I'm going to do. This one is saying, this is what I'm going to do. I have tried to do this, but the present government did not allow me to do. The present government will say, oh, entities have not done enough to help people of Akwa Ibom State. And they got these people they now gave name as thugs, which is the people of Akwa Ibom State who want to turn themselves, and who want people, all these politicians, to give them name, to label them as thugs, which they are ready to go and die and lay down their life for them. When they are walking around with armed police everywhere, their house is well guarded when they are sleeping, you know, and they are going in there, want to go and lay their life for these people because of 1 million naira, because of 200,000 naira, because of 100,000. Some they even giving 50,000, even 500 naira. I remember somebody telling me, oh, there's no abroad people, they don't have a vote. I can just go to Marwa on the street and I'll give you 200 naira and I'll get their vote. Somebody was saying that to me and I was really, really shocked. So just 200 naira. It's not even up to £1. You know, now we really need to talk about the youth of Akwa Ibom State, what is going on, because this is a time they will need to make a decision that will cost their life, their future for the next 4 years. So I want you, as a problem, you said before you are a father, so you have children, and these people, they were born, for example, they were born in Akwa Ibom, maybe they have not even traveled out of Akwa Ibom State at all for the whole of their life. They are there, and these people are coming to brainwash them. So it is the right time for them to know who they want to sell their conscience to, or who they want to go out there and do the right thing, so that Akwa will be better tomorrow. But now, as Prof, you here, what can you tell the youth of Akwa Ibom? Because everything that is happening there is from the youth. They are the one that start. You know, but all these things we are saying, we haven't seen one day they said they can take Zima go to the house of assembly to go and cause the trouble, or do Emmanuel. It talks the youth, because I watched the video. Youth, anyway, I think we have a call on the line. Hello?
Good evening, ma. Good evening, Prof. My name is Elijah Godwin, calling from Italy.
Okay.
See, I had people talking about the toss, some of the youth in Akwa Ibom State. Most of the time, they don't use Akwa Ibom boys or guys for toss. Sometimes they bring from other states to do the toss. They pick people from other states to come and do the toss. So
That is what they normally do. If they know, they will use another people, guys, boys, the youth from another state to do it. So the most important thing, what I want to ask now, the commissioner for police, can't we have commissioner for police for on our own state? Instead of bringing an outside foreigner to come and be a commissioner or do whatever he wants to do. That is what I want to ask, Prof. Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much. Hello, Prof.
Yes, actually we can ask. We can ask for a commissioner, yes. For our own state, we actually can do it. Other states have done it. There are people that feel that we are helpless. We are not. We have a constitution. The constitution, the governor is the chief authority officer of the TSO. That's what is stated in the Nigerian constitution. Of course, the inspector general of police can appoint the commissioner. But if the governor does not want a commissioner, you have to send him away. I can tell.
Sorry, Prof, is that in the constitution?
It's not the constitution, but this is why the constitution is a very interesting constitution, because they wrote it so that the thing will be ambiguous. They say you are the CSO, but normally when they send a commissioner to you, you can reject it. You can use the constitution and say, look, I'm the CSO. Tell me another commissioner. I know you have a right. Let me tell you this. And I challenge Senator Godswill Akpabio on this. When he was governor, he rejected 2 commissioners and they sent fresh ones to him. He has rejected commissioners before. Commissioners can be rejected. And if the federal government doesn't like it, let them go to court. The state, the CSO, if the CSO does not want to work with the commissioner needs to be sent back. So we can ask. But I hope you know, unfortunately in Nigeria, you ask by political agitation. You ask by writing. You ask by agitating. You ask by saying you don't want this man. You organize. You go and carry placard. You say you don't want him. You don't allow him to attend any event. You go to all the youth. Just cause say something interesting. These youths are bossed. We know that for Aba now. We know a lot of them are bossed now. They're bossed and brought for Aba. We that even the stadium activity that Nsima had, a lot of the people were bossed from Bayelsa State. I have classmates who told me they put people in buses and bring them to you. This is nothing new. But a Ibom youth need to step up. We need to step up. I know our people need to be taught how to organize themselves politically. You cannot do this thing in the dull land. But the judges are just like us. The judges also were in the back before the court. This is what we are trying to do. We are trying to explain to our people that, look, you can politically protest. If, for example, the protest that you are not wanting the commissioner, I really hope that by when our paperwork will be ready, because we are sending it to all United Nations organizations, we are sending it to human rights organizations, we are sending it to the like we on our own will register our own protest. As a political organization like Arewa, as a political organization like Ndito, as a political organization saying, we don't want that commissioner. Musa, send Musa back to his own state. Let him go and farm in his own state and make his own money. Send him back. We can ask. But you know what though? For you to ask, you have to rise up. I hate going back to my past. But I was also a kid growing up in the same Nigeria. I was also a young person too. And when we were not happy, we blocked the gates of University of Calabar. We blocked the whole thing. We said, we don't want the police anymore. Until the government had to respond. And people need to remember, block this commission. Tell him to go back. If you see him in a restaurant, tell him go back to where you come from. Don't stay in our state. If you come to the university, carry a placard against him. We need to confront him. If they feel that the community does not want him, they'll send him away. But our governor, though, said he has requested that they withdraw him. I would like to get a letter from the government of Akwa Ibom, because we can say, no, we don't want him, withdraw him. The federal government cannot say, whether you like it or not, you must have him. But you must officially request. The governor has said he does not want this man. Community organizations have to come and say, we don't want this man. Church organizations in Akwa Ibom have to come and say, we don't want this man. Those women in black who dress up have to say, we don't want this man. People like me in the diaspora have to say, we don't want this man. I promise you that man will be withdrawn. It is political fight. Unfortunately, that's how do they think all these people do in Nigeria? All the other groups have to struggle too. You can't just sit there and say, I can't do this, I can't do that. In that case, you don't get anything. So, you need to ask. We need to publish the letter of the governor. I wish I saw that letter. So we get it published on the internet, we get it published in Nigerian papers. We don't want Musa Kimo. But we believe that Musa Kimo has collected money. Look, Musa Kimo went to the House of Assembly. They allowed those characters and declared himself speaker. That's illegal. That's illegal right there. Musa Kimo could have gone in there and arrested those men. They have a maze. To steal a maze, illegal. Musa Kimo should have gone there. When they did it in River State, then Ameki was there. That man was arrested. Oh, by the way, the guy also ran to the hospital like this. He ran to the hospital. They went to the hospital to catch him. He later ran to London. So Musa Kimo should be made to do this job, or else Musa Kimo should leave. Musa Kimo, the whole world is going to hear about Musa Kimo. I will put Musa Kimo on the internet. I'll talk about Musa Kimo till I die. Musa Kimo has to go back to kill his own people. He cannot kill Akwa Ibom people. And get away with it. We're not going to keep quiet about this. We're not going to keep quiet. This coming week, I'm attending a Nigerian event here in New York. The first question I'm going to ask is, why is Musa Kimo still in Ibom? I'm going to go to the Nigerian consulate on 2nd Avenue in New York and submit a petition to the Consul General to ask Musa Kimo to go back to the north. But we in Akwa Ibom don't want him. We feel he's going to kill us. The man is going to kill all of us. This is how they started Boko Haram in the north. But we need to speak out though. We need to do things to show that we don't want this guy. So that they don't come and kill us. They don't come and kill us. And we need to ask for the arrest of Gospel Akpabio who financed them. That's why they talk about thugs. The thugs didn't go there on their own. The thugs were led there by Nsentwen. Nsentwen led them. People have videos of Nsentwen leading the thugs there. So the thugs did not show up there by themselves. They were brought there by Assemblyman Nsentwen of Ukana. That's how they got there. That's how they got there. So, this is the issue. And I really want to warn those people, because they are preparing to come and attend a Akwa Ibom convention meeting in Atlanta. They better not come. In Houston. They better not come. The new president of Akwa Ibom people, Margaret, to stop them. Tell Timakere to go and make sure Kimo is gone before he comes here. I want Timakere, don't come to that convention. Do not come there. You and God's will. I will personally be arrested in this country. If I will allow them to kill Akwa Ibom people and then show up in America and truck around. That will not accept. And I better warn them. I've been arrested before. I've been arrested by Obasanjo. I have been taken to Awolowo Road. I've been kicked out of school. I left Nigeria through democracy route. I came back, they arrested me at the airport. I'm not afraid. When I was doing all these things, because Akpabio was in primary school, so I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of any of these people. It's just that I'm angry because they have now started killing people. That's the part that I don't want. They can steal all the money they want, which they've done already. They can send their children to everywhere and refuse to finance education in Akwa Ibom. Fine. But they may not kill a single Akwa Ibom child. I'm waiting. One Akwa Ibom child who dies, no world will hear of the Akwa Ibom child. That's all. One. Just one death. And God will account for that. Nsentwen will account for that death. If I care for keeping quiet, will account for that. You want to be governor? Want to be governor of people's blood? We will not accept. Because we are angry as people. We are angry for murder. When people is happy, not happy. There are no more missing. No.
It's a very sympathetic thing because. Hello? Are you there, Prof?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. I said, hello, time for it's like a short of word that I was telling somebody the other day. I said, even though I'm here, many so all these things that is happening. I mean, the question I want to ask, because I heard when His Excellency was saying that they want to cause problem so that they will declare Akwa Ibom State, and the Akwa Ibom State will not have the election the same day. Other states will be having an election. So
yes,
even if they postpone the election to another day, I mean, what's the difference?
So this is the difference. This is the difference. Think about this right now. If they have election 36 states, because how many soldiers do they have? Policemen do they have? Have to send them all these something states. Have to. But the problem that APC is having nationally is who is in the middle belt. In the middle belt, APC and Buhari, Muslims, kill Christians. They 3 Catholic priests. The headsmen kill thousands of Christians. So because of that, they're not winning in the middle belt. They're not even campaigning in Benue. They're not campaigning. They are running in those states. They are going to lose in Kogi. So, the only way to become president is to grab weak Akwa Ibom. We have this sorry where people are just sitting there, they don't want to fight them. The thing is, for them to do that though, election day, 36 days, how many soldiers we have in Nigeria? What they can do, if they put Akwa Ibom different, after they finish with national election, they can 3,000 troops and over all of Akwa Ibom State. They did it in the 2. They did it in the shoe and do it. They even lock the government inside the government house. They lock the government inside. Now you're fresh. They detain the that they can go to the election. That's what the boys do in a national election where everybody's contesting. The presidency, all governors in all this. If way, you can do 2 things. You can declare state of emergency and say Akwa Ibom is very violent. And then hold the election separately. That's what they really want to do. And I tell them, blood will spill. I will personally sacrifice myself for the Northern Fulani to use this tactic to come and steal election in Akwa Ibom. It's not about Udom. Whether it was Udom there, no matter who is there, I will not accept it. It's one thing that we are contributing 40% of the money in Nigeria, in which we have mistresses like Folorusha Lakija controlling billions of dollars in our oil block. We have Alhaji Ndito controlling billions of dollars, even coming to America with our own money. Not a single Akwa Ibomite has a single oil block. Not a single one of us holds a serious position in NPC. That's one thing. The different thing that the small government that we have in Uyo and collect this penny. You want to come and collect it again? The NDDC that belong to us, they are forced in Sima to give you 90% of the contracts. Akwa Ibom contractors have to buy contract from Northerners. I have said this thing for a long time. Sima has not challenged me. God's will, however, has sent threats to me. And I want to tell him this publicly. Senator Akpabio, I have nothing against you as an individual. I have nothing. I don't need to have anything against you as an individual. I consulted for your government and worked for Akwa Ibom State. The thing where I consulted and worked for Big Doctor. The thing where I consulted and worked for Udom. Only last year, I was still coming to help Akwa Ibom in healthcare. But I have nothing. It's not personal. But I can tell you this, though, you've gotten away with your tricks. You've gotten away. You left the states with 500 billion naira debt, which Assam said on Channels TV. You did all of these things, which is one of the reasons Udom is struggling today. The stadium named after your name for some inexplicable reason. That stadium you did not pay up to 30%. That stadium, Udom Emmanuel is paying Julius Berger for that stadium today. The roads that you built in Akwa Ibom, most of the money you did not pay, but you claim credit for that road. Udom Emmanuel is paying for that road today. All the money you spend bribing people, Udom does not have that money to do it today. People are blaming Udom that is not giving people money. All of those things we've done, but we've kept quiet. Or we will not keep quiet. For you to kill one more person in Akwa Ibom. That one will not happen. That will not happen. No. You have finally jammed the rock, Gospel Akpabio. I am not Udom Emmanuel. People like me and Odom Emmanuel, we challenge you one-on-one. I challenge you. Me of your Akwa, I challenge you because I know who you are. And I'm tired. If you notice, I never said a word for years. But when I saw the House of Assembly burning, I have never seen such a thing in Akwa Ibom before. Ever. Akwa Ibom, as bad as poor as we are, we never really try to shoot each other. We are people who we try to use government means, we try to use legal means, our people use the law. And I've never been one of those to come and tell our people to use the law. Because I feel that people need to resist by using civil means of unrest to resist. And ask our people to shut down the airport and not allow anybody from Abuja to come. I've asked for things like that. But the last thing I'll do is sit around and have my relatives thought that one is not going to happen. I will not sit around. I will devote the rest of my life to fight people like Gosula Pabio. For me to sit around, I will use any means necessary. Any means at my disposal. The world is a narrow world today. You can't just sit in the room. You have to come out. You have to do things. I mean, Buhari was crying over the fact that they want to give Atiku Abubakar a visa. Is Buhari the US government? Why is he crying over visa given to the person? Why? For Buhari in America. He's the US. Buhari was even rushing to come and give contract to Saudi Arabia so that Trump would be happy with him. I am here to tell Trump people that Buhari, the wolf, will keep clothing. Buhari is struggling to get favor here, but people like me will block it. Gosula Pabio is struggling to get favor with black this thing here, organizations here. They are here for him. We know him. We know we can stop him though. So when you see my confidence is not, I'm not just talking like this. I know what we can do to stop him. We are decade-old activists. It's just that we have been dormant. We have let things happen. For years, we thought, okay, let's give Nigeria a chance to work. Somebody like me, I thought, you know what? We have a new constitution in 1999. Let's give it a chance. I never did a word. As I said, I tried to work with everybody. But I've now reached a point where a parasite, a political parasite, that Gosula Pabio wants to dominate Akwa Ibom State as his own personal estate. It's not going to happen. We are not going to allow him. We are not just going to allow him. We will confront him. All those people are afraid of him. You know, we are not. We are not afraid of him. We have always respected the system. We have thought, okay, let's allow the system, because our thinking was, okay, maybe one governor could be good, one governor could be bad, one governor brings the other. All those things are well and good. When we got Udom, we're watching. What will Udom do? Will Udom bring back kidnapping? Udom did not. Will Udom bring back targeting political opponents? Udom did not. It turns out that God will look at that as weakness. God will thought that this Udom is not arresting people. Udom is not arresting Ibom Mana. Udom is not carrying John Udoide and putting in the back of a trunk and driving him to Abuja as he did. Udom is not killing people from Singapore who have come to collect to do politics in Akwa Ibom. Udom is not collecting Major General Akpan in the middle of a church service and kidnapping him. Because Udom was not doing those things that Goswe did. Goswe, I'm sure, thought, okay, Udom is weak. But he was surprised when Udom showed up in the House of Assembly. I have the quote here where the commissioner of police said, oh, I ran to go and meet the governor, but the governor was in the House of Assembly. Udom went and stood in the House of Assembly. We want Udom to stand there. Udom, don't sleep. Challenge that man. The man is a wimp. Goswe actually is a coward. Because that's why he has to go to where there's power. He would be scared to death if he was not where there's power. He's ready to sell his own family to go to power. So he had to move to APC. And now, suddenly he's in a position to deceive Northerners to send soldiers to his own people. But we are here. That's the problem with Gosula Pabio. We are here. And let me repeat what I've said today. And this is on record. I've sacrificed. I hate to talk about myself. But I feel that I need to see more people like me. Look, I don't want to be me alone. No. I want a lot of people like me so that we all work together. But since nobody's talking, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to fight. And look, they think that fight is just to talk on the internet and shout on Edna's program. That's not it. What I'm saying now is coming from my heart. I promise Akwa Ibom people I spent the earlier part of my life fighting for Nigerian youth. I was expelled from school. I was kicked out. I was pardoned by Shagari. The rest of my life is to fight political parasites like Senator Boswell Akwa. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Not just Akwa as a person. Any other person, if you see my images, want to kill our people, you will meet people like me. If anybody among them images, I want to kill Akwa Ibom people, they'll meet people like me. This is what we're saying. I mean, Edna, you pointed out to the fact that some people are coming to debate me. Why don't they come? They're afraid of the truth. I tell the truth. I tell the truth. And you know what the truth will do? The truth will set you free. Edna, when I leave this your program now, I go, my wife, I will cook and I will eat. I go and sleep in my bed like a one-day-old baby. Very happy. I have nothing to worry about. I have not stolen anybody's money. I don't worry about killing people's children. I'm not afraid that my child is somewhere in Florida and that I'm worried what the other will confront that. Look, when Magnus Eweka was Inspector General of Police, Magnus Eweka confronted my father, who was a permanent secretary in Cross River State. I challenged Magnus Eweka's children in Belgium. Magnus Eweka was shot. I challenged him, and I was only 20 years old. They had to give me back my passport with Magnus Eweka since Nigeria. I'm helping Godswill with all of this because I don't think Godswill knows all of this about me. I'm spending today to let him at least, because I don't want trouble. I would rather there's no fight. Because a lot of times it's better not to fight. If Hitler, a friend of Godswill Akpabio and his hero, had not fought in the Second World War, Germany would have been better off. So fight is better than not fighting. But sometimes people need strength not to fight. The US is not involved in a lot of wars because it makes sure it has nuclear weapons. When you are strong, people will know that there's no need to fight. So I'm trying to get Godswill to understand that I am strong. Don't even start the fight. Leave my people alone. Not about me. Because Godswill Akpabio sent a message threatening me. He sent a message. I don't want to name the person who came to and said that what has he done against me. And I said nothing. It's against the fight children. I'm having fun. I'm doing well with my life. I have no problem. I have no quarrel with anybody, but I will not sleep because of the death of a single apartment. They went to that House of Assembly. They started burning tires. When I saw that, I said to myself, you know what? I won't accept.
All right, Prof. I mean, how are you talking about? People who are listening to you that may think, no, you have an issue with Godswill Akpabio. And if I may ask, when Godswill Akpabio was governor of Akwa Ibom State, I heard that came out declare about all the schools in Akwa Ibom should be free. And maybe people will go. So are you not seeing that little good things from him? And also, Manuel is here now. He's paying salaries. Nobody's complaining of salary not being paid. Because I know somebody there that always asks money all the time. For that person to accept that Emmanuel is paying salary, that means he's paying salary. So you can see these people, Godswill Akpabio has done something in the state. So you don't see any little good thing that he has done. It's like, if somebody may ask, does it mean that he has a problem with, is there any leftover problem you have with him?
Oh no. As I said, it's not personal at all. When I fought Obasanjo and they expelled me from school, it was not about Obasanjo. When I fought Ahmadu Ali must go. I was among the 5 who carried out the popular Ali must go. I had nothing against Muhammad Ali. When I accused Nsima Ekere of using NDDC money to come and be building houses here in Houston, giving our money to the North, it's not about Nsima Ekere as an individual. When I accused Buhari of collecting money, giving to his children to go to hospital overseas when children are dying in Nigeria, it's not about Buhari as a person. Not. So Godswill is just in a long list of people that I have accused of neglecting people in a long time. He's only joining a long line. It's not him alone. You know, in fact, among all of them, I consider him the most cowardly of all of them. But the question that you're actually asking me, has he not done a good thing? He has for his children in Florida. Yes, he has done a good thing for those people. But as far as Akwa Ibom is concerned, I can tell you this, and I said it to you. I did not say it. Assam appeared on a program on channels against Chris Ekong. Chris Ekong is a professor at the University of Uyo. He was a former commissioner under God's will. They appeared on that program. Assam brought out paperwork to show that Akwa Ibom is owing at the minimum 550 billion naira. Do you know how much 550 billion naira is? Akwa Ibom is owing that money. So why should Akwa Ibom be owing 550 billion naira when Godswill as a governor every month was collecting 35 billion every single month? The Udom is collecting about 9, 10 if it's lucky. Even the 9, 10, Godswill is asking Buhari to block the money so that they won't even be able to pay salaries. Akwa Ibom had to go to court a few months ago to go and collect their money because we blocked. Because we used to receive 35 billion for years, but it's still owing 550 billion. What is that? What kind of financial responsibility is that? And now that money is now being used to fight Akwa Ibom, and people like me are expected to keep quiet. So look, everybody, there's nobody in this world who is bad throughout. No matter, just like you said, he probably has done a good thing. But my problem that I have is this: how good can it be that we still have unemployment, very high unemployment? Edna, you cannot show me up to 300 jobs because we created when he was governor. And what does a man need in his life? To work. It is kind of dignity. You want to work. You want your wife to be proud of you. That you wake up in the morning, you go to work. You wake up in the morning, you can't go to work. You don't know anybody in the ministry. You don't know those who are family. You don't have anything. Your wife will not like you again. I'm sorry. The wife will lose your dignity as a man is absent. It's absent. Even if your wife makes more than you, it doesn't matter. You want a pride as a human being. But when you have a governor who goes, a former governor, who rides around in a private jet, I am not the one that said it. It is the senator from Bayelsa who said that Godswill has his own private jet. When he's accused of that, and then a man cannot get a job in Akwa Ibom when he has been there for 8 years, and they have left all those abandoned projects in the state, and it's one thing for him to do all of that and then leave it alone. Let the new governor come and see what he's doing, but he's turning around and then fighting that new governor, creating violence, you know. By the way, let me, so that I may not seem as if I'm just angry throughout, let me just give you something that could make you kind of laugh at me. You know what, sometimes when I think about this thing, I think the biggest thing Godswill Akpabio has done is to give us Udom Emmanuel. Maybe that's the only achievement. Give us Udom Emmanuel. Obviously, I don't think he knew Udom very well, because Udom has turned out to be a man of integrity. Udom has turned out to be a man who respects, who fears God. Udom has turned out, whether people are okay, did not give enough employment and all that, that's fine. But Udom has turned out, I don't think, look, if Godswill think Udom was doing what he wanted, why did he quarrel with Udom? He quarreled with Udom. In fact, Godswill said that the biggest regret in his life is to bring Udom. That's what he said. That the biggest regret in his life to bring Udom. And I want to tell you that the biggest achievement of Godswill for Akwa Ibom is to bring Udom. That's actually the biggest achievement that he has done. Outside that, I don't see anything else. The roads he has built, which he built. He built the roads. I can never deny what people has done. My only problem with building that road, only one problem. He never paid Julius Berger that money. You know that Julius Berger was going to stop the stadium from being used because he did not pay them. Because every month now, a certain amount of money has to be brought to pay Julius Berger. And Godswill is angry that they're naming the airport after Victor Tau. You know that was one of the problems that them had. How can they name the airport after Victor Tau? But meanwhile, they're naming a stadium after Godswill, in which 90% of the money Godswill did not pay. Ibom is paying to Las Vegas for that nest of champions, whatever that they call it. Godswill's name should be removed from that airport. So, if you go and you spend only 10% in an airport, why should your name be there? It will be called Ibom Emmanuel Nest of Champions. If Ibom Emmanuel is going to be the one to pay most of the money for that airport, call it for him. I mean, for the stadium. Victor Ta, again, I have an issue with Victor Ta. I'm sure you may ask, now, who don't you have an issue with? Well, I do. Because the state has been run very badly. But I have never, I mean, Victor Ta is a horrible man. But I felt that Victor Ta was a win to hand over the state because of the party. So I have an issue with him. But having said that, though, Victor Ta conceived that stadium from conception. He did everything for that stadium. I mean, I'm sorry, not the stadium, the airport. The airport, not stadium, I'm sorry. So when Ibom last week went to have dinner and declared that airport, Victor Ta Airport, I thought that was a good thing. I thought that was a good thing. That was a good thing. Let me suggest something to Ibom too. Go to Atiku Abubakar Street. Remove Atiku Abubakar. How many people in Akwa Ibom have street named after them in Adamawa? Start naming things after Akwa Ibom people who have achieved. We have Akwa Ibom people who have done things. I mean, we just mentioned Victor Ta. At least Victor Ta has achieved. Let us look for other Akwa Ibom people who are achieving things. Let's look for ordinary people. Let's look for the nurse in Anua. Let's look for the person who goes, those women in black who went to demonstrate to block that House of Assembly from Victor Godswill Akpabio take over Winston 20. I don't know. I told them contact me. I would love to give them an award. As I said, Boom10.com. Those women, please. Anybody who knows any of those women, call me. Let me give my phone again. +1 914 260 9364. Text me. I will use the last penny in my salary to congratulate those women. Last penny. I live in New York. We don't have contract here on my salary. I will use the last penny to send at least little award, even if it's $10. Little award to thank those women. Those to me are the heroes of Akwa Ibom. Not Akwa Ibom politicians like Godswill Akpabio and Sima Ekere, who have used this money to buy private jets, to build those fancy houses in Shelter Afrique, to build those fancy houses in a wet housing, to build houses in Houston, to build houses in Florida. Those ones are not my heroes. Why should you use people's money to do all of that? And then we are supposed to keep quiet? No, that day is past. They are not keeping quiet anymore. From now, they will be scared. When they go and sleep at night, they'll be worried who is the next one following me. Okay. Is the international Interpol following me now?
Now, what do you have to tell the people of Akwa Ibom State?
What I have to tell the people of Akwa Ibom State is bold. Help has arrived. Form yourself into groups. Those women, consolidate yourself. As I said, and ask for help. I am prepared to start a foundation to help women like that. We can do it. I can appeal to the international community. You can ask for grants to help in governance. Our youth can stand up, form yourself into groups. In the universities, form yourself into groups. University associations, contact me. The women associations, I would rather ask because everybody in the world is interested in food. I will let people know that look, we don't want war to break out in Akwa Ibom. Therefore, support these women to fight for their own people, to speak out.
Of course. But the whole world is watching. They might not say anything, but you know what is going on. They're just watching. You know, it's like they would not give it. They're all watching. They're all listening. Because Akwa Ibom State is not only for one state, it's for all of our state, my state as well. So, we need peace in our state. We don't want any wars or whatever. I mean, Akwa Ibom people take on Bakara Warsaw. kill Akwa Ibom State? Who are we going to kill? That's what they didn't tell us.
Edna.
I don't know who we're going to die.
Edna, for your information, I don't know how many times Gospel has been to Warsaw. I have been to Warsaw at least 30 times. 30. Remember, I live in Moscow. For us to travel from Moscow to Western Europe, we pass through Warsaw. I've been to Warsaw many times. I know a lot of Irish classmates. Them died. A lot of them died. So for Gospel to invoke Warsaw, I don't know how many times he has been there. I know he has taken a lot of money and he travels everywhere. I doubt I have been to Warsaw. How many Warsaw? Up to today, people that have been killed, the Jews were in internment camps in Warsaw. 6 million Jews died. 6 million! Who is Gospel Akpabio? Who's only claimed to fame that he came and became governor of Akwa Ibom? That is claim to fame in this world. Now other people still have to die. They're not going to let him.
Oh, anyway, our prof, our time is almost done.
Yes.
We started late, and then our student manager has extended a little bit time for us, which we now we use that time, ma'am. I want to say a very big thank you for coming on the program today. And I know anyway, you always here all the time. Anytime you always come to talk to your people. Thank you so much. And I hope you will be here again very soon, because we need you. This is when Akwa people really need you. They need you. We need you. Thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Thank you very much, Edna. Edna, we need you too. Without you, people will not hear what I'm saying. We all need each other. Let God bless all of us.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a prof of young Akwa, all the way from New York City in United States of America. Wow. Today we supposed to have 2 guests here, but it was only one today. And we thank God we had a very good time. I don't know if you don't have a good time. If you are from Akwa Ibom State and then you are listening, you're listening to what your prof is telling you today, you have to make your choice. You have to make up your mind what to do, because whatever happened, okay. So I'm not gonna say more than that. And next Sunday is gonna be another very, very exciting, very, very important, very, very interesting program as well, because we have people that knows what to say and what to talk about here on the program next Sunday. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you, and thank you for joining me on this joining, and may God bless you, and may God keep you alive. Don't forget to like our page and follow us on YouTube, subscribe, so that when we are on, you know that yes, we are on. Thank you so much. May God bless you. I'll sign up now.